What's going on, Whiskey Chaser fam? Welcome back to another video. Headed out to Empire Harley-Davidson today. Gonna be doing some test rides. It's gonna be pretty cool. The demo truck is in town, so if you're new here, welcome. My name is Chase. This is the Whiskey Chaser channel. We do motorcycle related content all around New York City. Please do not forget to subscribe. If you are returning, thank you very much. I love you so much. You are the light of my life. Do not forget to hit the like button, leave a comment down below. Everybody say hi to Parker.
Hi, Parker.
Hi back there. Hi.
Hi.
Parker is joining us again today on this adventure. She wants to ride a fat boy. She wants to ride a fat boy.
Leave your jokes at home, kids.
I got my ass set on that street bob. I really want to ride one of those.
Street bob.
Street bob.
So, educate me. What's the difference between a street bob and a fat boy and a Sportster and all that jazz?
Well, the Sportster is one of the oldest bikes that Harley-Davidson makes. It's what I'm riding right now. It's a little bit smaller. Comes with a smaller displacement engine, not quite a big twin. They got an 883 version and they got a 1200 version. And then the Fat Boy and the Street Bob actually have the same engine in it, which is the 114 that's new for 2021. It was the 107, now it's the 114. It's a 6-speed, a little bit bigger frame. The Fat Boy has a really big chonky tire up front. It's a little thick.
Okay, so I'm interested to see how that turns compared to my Yamaha. I'm
Yeah.
sure it's going to be a completely different feel altogether.
I would think, yeah, it's definitely going to be bigger.
My big concern is the weight. Like, I don't want to not be able to pick it up, you know?
Very true. It is a little bit heavier bike.
Well, we're gonna see.
We're gonna see. Ooh, this is a rough road.
Yeah.
My butt just left the seat. So Empire Harley-Davidson, New Rochelle. Never been there. Have been to New Rochelle. We did go to New Rochelle.
Texas Roadhouse.
We went to Texas Roadhouse.
It was my birthday.
For Parker's birthday. Indicators.
Yeah. When you have to put your feet down on a highway, you start getting real upset with the traffic. Excuse me, sir, that's just disrespectful.
I almost never put my feet down because I'm a Moto-Jitsu master.
Moto-Jitsu.
Moto-Jitsu.
So in case you guys didn't know, in the last video, or if you didn't go and see it, A, go check it out. If you're not, you're a moron. B, I got stickers! Stickers! I'm going to be creating a link here pretty soon to where you can go and purchase those if you so choose to. All the funds go right back into me maintaining my motorcycle, me being able to afford trips and adventures, and creating more content for you guys.
Yeah, so you can finally pay me back for that camera.
Yeah, sure, that's happening. That wasn't a gift? Alright. In all honesty, this Cena is incredible. It's a pretty great headset. If you guys want to check out a review, I'll leave a link down below to Whiskey Chaser's review on it.
There's actually two. There's two videos. One of them is like my first impression, and then the second one is a 2 months later, 60 days with the camera.
It's a really cool headset. It does have its moments, the number of buttons and the combinations of buttons and how to use it, but it's actually really user-friendly once you learn all the combinations. But for the most part, the audio is great, the visual is incredible. I'm a fan. Cena, sponsor us, please.
I don't think Cena sponsors anybody.
In all honesty, I'd rather be sponsored by Cheetos.
We'll get you a P.O. box and people can send you Cheetos.
That would be amazing. Shaylee has her cheese balls, I got my Cheetos. I will also accept bottles of Jack Daniels.
Alright, we're in line. We're in line to ride. We don't know what we're doing. Should be fun.
So excited.
Here we go. Harley-Davidson 2021 Street Bob 114. It's the Baja Orange. Parker's over there on the 2021 Softail Standard. Both these have the 114. She was going to ride the Fat Bob, but she decided that she wanted to ride this instead, so we're going to see how it goes. This won't be really a review necessarily, but just a first impression. Talk about how we feel about it, what we like. I'm pretty excited about this. Get my mirrors set. First thing I do notice is right here is really hot up against my leg. Not so bad on this side, but this right here where the stator is, definitely really hot right up against my leg. Not a big fan of that, but whatever. Make sure that it's in neutral. Nice. Do really like this whole very minimal thing. Start it up. All right, man. This will be the first time that I have driven a throttle by wire. I'm typically used to the regular push-pull style. Bolt has it, the Sportster has it. It's cool. I'm excited. I get to ride a Street Bob. These controls are very high. Very high. Definitely would want to put a forward on this for sure. This is cool. This is a cool group. Looking good. This bike is way lighter than I expected it to be. Special shout out to Empire Harley-Davidson for hosting this event. This really cool demo day test ride. We're about to drive right through here past the truck, the big old 18-wheeler that they brought all these bikes in from. Also funny, they all have Wisconsin plates, which I think is hilarious. Don't really feel that first gear as much. The Bolt, as soon as you put it in a first, it like lurches forward. The Sportster, you can hear that clunk and you can feel the transmission go into gear. This doesn't really have that. Try it again real quick. Yeah, I mean, I guess it kind of does. It's funny how it didn't stop. The shifter didn't stop for the first couple of pushes all the way down. So trying to get all the way down into first, usually you can tell because it won't go any further. Now it stopped, but before it didn't. See if it does it again. Yeah, 3, 4. See, you had to push it like 4 or 5 times before it stopped. Interesting. All right, here we go. Man, that crankcase is getting super hot. I feel very wide on this bike. Your legs are definitely up a lot more. Like this thing is, my leg is all the way up at the top of the gas tank right here. I'm really glad Parker decided to take that thing out because I'd be real interested to see Parker's footage. This thing doesn't seem to really like low speeds all that much. I felt like I needed to shift into second and it was about ready to die. Oh my gosh, I am so cramped up on this bike. I cannot believe this. This is shocking to me. My legs are all the way up to my knees. I don't know if that's standard or what. Whoa. I will tell you that once you start to go, this thing pulls. Turn off turn signal. It really pulls. Feels light, feels very nimble. Those mid controls really give you control for sure. I'm so surprised at how high they are though. Puppy. I'll tell you what though, I bet Parker's gonna like this bike. You can definitely feel the power in this thing for sure. But I would 100% need to make some modifications to this. So my foot's not even on the peg. Feels good though, feels nice. I'm glad they put this 114 in here because this is a solid feeling bike. Maybe we'll take one out and do a real test ride. It's so weird, you can't find neutral on the way down. It's like you have to go all the way down in order to go up. Strange. Seat is not very comfortable, of course. It's a Harley seat. They're never comfortable. But all little things. One thing I'll tell you about this thing is I feel very familiar to it. It's not like jumping on something completely different. It feels very, very similar. And I like this a lot. I like that you can do that with a lot of these Harleys. It's just jump on it and go. And especially if you have been riding for a while on one, like I have. I've been riding a Harley for almost 5 years now. Been riding motorcycles longer than that, but a Harley for almost 5 years. And it just feels very familiar. I don't know, guys, what do you think? I know I just got that Bolt, but it's got cruise control somewhere, I think. I think this is the cruise control, but it only works, I think, in 6th gear, which we're never gonna get up to 6th gear out here. That's for damn sure. I don't even think I'm in 4th. I forgot there's a gear counter on this. Doing 30, 4th gear. It's not even close to anything. I bet this thing could go 95 down the freeway and you wouldn't even feel it. I'm so far ahead of everybody else. Interesting that I am so far ahead of everybody else, because like I said, this bike just feels so familiar. I don't feel like there's like much of a learning curve with it, but it seems like some other riders might have not the same type of feeling that I do. They seem to be going a little bit slower, taking their time, getting more familiar with the bike. Tell me what you guys think. What do you think about the 2021 Baja Orange Street Bob 114? It's got power. It's got good power. This is cool. It's a nice little scenic ride. You can feel this thing's just itching to go. Good turn. Nice low lean. Feels much higher. Much higher. I feel way higher off the ground on this than I do on either of the other two bikes. Yeah, this is fun. It's cool. You get to go out on a little mini group ride a bike that you don't own. Something fun, something different, but we need to get this thing out on a real test ride. Maybe the fine people at Empire Harley-Davidson will let me do that. Easy power for days. Ain't nothing, man. Oh, I left that group behind. Not really a big fan of the orange, but you know what? It's starting to grow on me a little bit. Maybe we could pick up a cheap 107 now that these 114s are out. Like, this can't be somebody's bike, right? It's only got 23 miles on it. It's got a aftermarket intake on it, though. I don't know if it's aftermarket. It might be Screaming Eagle. It's probably Screaming Eagle. Harley trying to push their products. Oh, you get to ride this brand new motorcycle. You should also buy this intake for it that was on it when you rode it, because it's great. This is great, dude. I like this. Like I said, just feels so comfortable, so familiar. And by comfortable, I don't mean like cushy. I mean like I just feel so comfortable. These little scenic roads are nice. I bet this thing thrives on the highway. I think it would be a pain in the ass though in New York, like living in the city. Occasionally it wouldn't be too bad to bring in and ride around, but the way that the Bolt is set up I think is really, really great for the city. And then we're going to do a couple of things to that to make it not touring, but ready for more adventures like that. And then we'll get to work on the Sportster. So many people with their blinkers on. Blockhead crew, call them out. In case you guys aren't aware, the Blockhead crew has a rule where if you leave your blinker on after a turn, you got to do 5 push-ups, and that stacks. So every time you go out on a ride, every time you leave your blinker on, you got to do 5 push-ups. Not too much of a problem with Harleys because they usually have self-canceling turn signals that usually work all right. Sometimes. Oh yeah. I will say that the gear reader is kind of hard to see. The rest of the display is actually really nice. It's nice and bright white against the black, but the gear selector reading is kind of difficult. All right, well, there we go. Whiskey Chaser fam, we did it. We rode a street bob. We rode a street bob.